It's a poison. That doesn't help the stress level. No, don't do it. Get a grip. This stupid video I just showed you. I almost stroked out and died over it. You're watching a different show. You donkey. You ain't a captain of nothing but a sinking ship. Don't do this to me, Harry. The Ohio State. It's Ohio State. What do you mean, the? 312-988-15.
Hello?
You tell Johnny all you've heard and seen. Sometimes it's good to just yell about football. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Welcome in. Welcome back, folks. The big game chain is spinning. Notre Dame gets it done. They put Pitt in their place. Notre Dame gets it done. They put Pitt in their place. I got a feeling of how this is going to go, though. Not my first rodeo. I got a feeling of how this is going to go. If you would offer me this final score before the game, I would have said, give it to me 100%. I'm not complaining about nothing. Just give it to me. Let me take that. But I feel like how the game was going, people expected you to beat them by a couple more scores and to not give up that touchdown at the end. So I know how this goes. I've been around here long enough. So I want to see where you guys are at. If you would have given me this score as an option before, I would take it. And the Notre Dame defense is playing great. Now, there are things you should worry about. If you want to be a playoff team and be serious about it, there are things you need to worry about. The kicking thing's still an issue. Your quarterback didn't have the best day, made some rookie mistakes. So I want to know where you guys are at. But for tonight, I'm in a great mood, man. This was the biggest remaining landmine between Notre Dame and the playoff. And I am not trying to be disrespectful to Syracuse or Stanford. Great job. Great. You're nitpicking. It's champagne problems when you're sitting there trying to break down everything you did wrong. When you just got this big double-digit win on the road, you dominated them defensively. Until the end, all the points you gave them was because you gave them to them. All those points were because of bad mistakes by Carr. Basically, the defense is playing great. So I'm glad you shut them up. I'm glad you shut the Pitt people up. I'm glad you brought the ACC down a notch. Here's the other thing too, man. ESPN all week hyped that quarterback up. They did all those specialized segments just about him. It was all about how awesome and amazing that guy was or whatever. I'm telling you what, man, the ACC's down. I understand one of their teams beat us. But, it just kind of shows you all those numbers these guys have been putting up have been against those poor ACC defenses, man. So, great day to be a Notre Dame fan. I understand if you're looking at a playoff, the kicking thing's a problem. And if you're looking at the playoffs, still not being able to get in there on the goal line's a problem. I understand you can't feel like your quarterback's going to start throwing the ball right to the other team. I get all that. But those are good problems to have. Those are good problems to have. This was a really, really good performance. I understand it's frustrating and whatever. I get all that. Great day to be a Notre Dame fan. So welcome in, everybody. I'm going to put the link in the description. If you want to join us, hit the link. You'll go backstage. I'll bring you guys up as you show up. I want to know what you guys think about it. I knew Denbrock was going to come up. I know people are going to question some of what they saw there. I want to know what people think about Carr. Is it just whatever? It's one game, or do you have any anxiety about that? Notre Dame defense playing really, really good football. Notre Dame defense, Ash deserves a lot of credit. Ash deserves a lot of credit. Notre Dame's playing damn good defensive football. They really are. You have the refs, and you got some calls. You had some go against you. They're bad. It's the same. We've had this crew before. They're bad. Like, I'm just glad to get through this and it's over and you got that win. Now you can enjoy the rest of your day. But man, if you gave me that final score and said, would you take this for the game? I'd say, yep. Stress-free in the fourth quarter, other than wanting it to be sparkly looking, right? That's the only really stress you add late, is just that you wanted him to totally blow him out. So I don't know, man. I like that 8-play goal line stand you had. You got to pick 6 early to change like the pressure levels. You did a lot of good. I know. I don't like that score at the end of the game either. I like that single digit thing. I'm with you. But geez, what a great day. What a great day, man. This Pitt team is not what they were trying to prop it up to be. And you know what? In a way, maybe all the hyping from ESPN and all they did all week, because game day was there, highlighting Pitt, makes the win look better, to be honest. Do you get what I'm saying? When you spend the whole week and your national outlet that dominates is pushing the Pitt's good narrative and the quarterback's Jesus, and then you do this, it makes Notre Dame look even better. So in a way, them overhyping Pitt actually ends up kind of working in your favor. Some people are saying Pitt's dirty and you don't approve of some of the dirty moves they're doing. Here's what I didn't like. Tell me if I'm being oversensitive or if this is fair. Pitt's official football Twitter account retweeted and had a comment from a game day sign with that freshman quarterback's head in there instead of touchdown Jesus. I don't like that. If you're a fan and you post that, I totally get it. I don't like that coming from the actual program account. Personally, I thought that was kind of low class. But then again, whatever. If you're not religious, you hate Notre Dame, you don't care. From a fan, I don't mind it at all. It's clever, but not from the official account. That rubbed me the wrong way. I don't like them. So, really good day for Notre Dame, you guys. You could just enjoy the rest of the day now. This was the biggest hurdle. It is low class. They're showing it. But you shut them all up, you don't have to worry about it anymore. Shut them all up, you don't have to worry about it. So whatever, man. I'm glad it's over. You did what you needed to do. Good job, Notre Dame. That defense is flying around. What's with the roughing? I don't know. Whatever. I just want to take it, be happy, and have the rest of the night to be in a good mood. So that's where I'm at. Let's do the introduction, super chats, and then I'll give it to you guys. And if you're on hold, you're going to join. I put the link in the description again. Somebody keep me posted. Looks like A&M ended up winning. Looks like Michigan ended up winning. So all those close games ended up going the way it was. No, that was not the introduction. As always, you can find the program on YouTube. Do it. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Appreciate it very much. Give the video a thumbs up. That helps Johnny out as well. Notifications on. You won't miss nothing. Twitter, search bar Always Irish, or at Always Irish 8. Emails Always Irish ND@gmail.com. Audio only anywhere you want it. You can get it if you don't want to see my face. Nobody blames you. Notre Dame on SI. Read all about it. Patreon.com/ I'm telling you what. Man, the community chat stream on during the games is awesome. It's awesome, man. I absolutely love it. We just ride the emotions. It's absolutely fantastic on Patreon. Link in the description. Join us for what should hopefully be a playoff run. So, for all your complaints that you wanted it prettier or whatever, like, you accomplished what you needed to do.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me?
I'm not kidding you. You're right in the mix now. I am not kidding you. You are right in the mix, and you have earned it. And now you have 2 very, very winnable games at the end here. So let's do the super chats. We'll get through as many calls as we can, and then we'll go watch the afternoon games. I'll write some articles, and it'll all be good. Do we need field goal practice? You're beyond that. Go for it every single time. I'm done with this experiment. You try and give them a chance. It's not even close. I'm done with it. I'm over it. I don't care where you're at on the field. I would rather trust our offense on 3rd and 4th down with 2 downs to get it than any of this kicking stuff. I'm done. I'm done. I just can't do it anymore. Just go for it. Concede it and just go have 4 downs. Bruce, I saw you on Old. Where are you? What's good? Good win, but the scary thing is could have been better. I still have questions about that red zone offense. Okay to work on things from a win. Of course, $5 Aller, Ed Page, John. A lot of Notre Dame stuff today. Odd play calling. Help me understand. I don't know. Even in a win like this where you dominated most of the day, there's going to be some Notre Dame stuff that happens. You're going to have some Notre Dame-ness, man. Ash called a great game. There's a lot of praise for Ash. Totally agree with that. Pitt couldn't move the ball at all till the very end. Tom says he hasn't. I've never been this angry after an important Notre Dame win. We're going to get to him. We'll figure out why he's mad. Bruce wants to know how many glass half empty types there's going to be ripping the Notre Dame performance. Man, if you gave me this score before, I would have taken it. $10 Aller. Adam, great road win. On the negative side, we should have won by more. Offense definitely has things clean up. Yep. Did you guys see this stat? Largest road win against a ranked opponent since 66. That's pretty good football. That's pretty good football. SPF, the resident LSU guy. My good win, my unbiased opinion, Carr needs to tighten up quickly. Yeah, that was an unfortunate development and something he's been able to avoid most of this season. Don't like to see it. Handed them their only points of the game till the end. Steven, $5 Aller. Damn good win. The refs suck. Yep. They're just bad. Why are they so bad? Willie B. Art again. Maybe after this performance, $5 Aller. Is Freeman ever going to do anything about the blatant ACC officiating corruption? It's undeniable. I think you could send in up to 10 plays to the ACC saying you think they got it wrong. And even if they do, they send you a letter, an email saying, yeah, you're right. Sorry. Like, it doesn't seem like anything happens even if they admit they messed up. $5 Aller. Penalties, missed field goal, didn't score on the 1-inch line. Many other Notre Dame things during this game. I knew we were going to get some of that. So it's all about the perspective. You want to be happy about this result in the moment, or are you looking to the playoff going, if you're going to play that sloppy on offense, you're going to lose? The eye's in the beholder, but for today, I'm in a damn good mood, and nobody's bringing me down. I understand the team's not perfect. Offensively, there's a lot to correct. You can't make a field goal. I get it all. But this was a damn good win you had to have, and I'm proud of the guys. Put in, jelly in. That was supposed to be next week, right? Fly, $10 Aller. Just like Narducci to call timeout, score a garbage TD to end the game. Hope they make the ACC title and lose. Telling you, man. This reaffirmed to me how low I think of the ACC. And I know one of their teams beat you, but damn. It just shows all those offensive numbers they put up for 5 weeks were because they were playing those bad ACC defenses. This proves it. Saab Turbo, $2 Aller. The refs wanted that last touchdown. They got it. $50 Aller from Soli. Great win. Go Irish. Playoff run. Here we come. Should be Soli. Thanks for donating so much. $10 Aller from Tony. Good to see you here, brother. We're thinking of you. Nikki Dean loves to be heard and seen. I got to say I was wrong about Ash at the beginning of the season. You got to give the guy a lot of credit, man. Hell of a turnaround. $20 Aller MJH Irish. I thought Denbrock was very uneven throughout this football game. Could have done more to protect CJ. Overall, though, it's a huge win. Welcome to South Bend in December. I don't know about that. That insinuates a home game to me, does it not? Yeah, I'd like to give those refs 4 thumbs down. That is darn tootin'. Oh man. All right, we got one of these that I got to bring up first because this is almost too good to be true. So, Pat and the regulars, you're coming up. It's Dr. John, and he looks like he's having a party. What's going on, Doc?
Sure. The water going on somebody's phone. Oh, God.
What's going on?
Oh, I think we're on.
Are we on?
Hey!
Go Irish! Woo! We're enjoying the hot tub after a win, baby.
I like that. The hot tub party. You can't beat it.
We love you.
What a great win. It's good to see you guys. I'm glad you're celebrating. This was the one we had to have. This is hilarious. Look at that.
Well, we had to start with cowboy hats for my brother Jim, who may not even be watching, but then I'm switching.
Oh, yes.
Hang on.
And I, the one who can shade the world right now, have nothing to change into.
Hey!
It is the hot tub time machine, baby.
Yes! We're going back to 66.
Oh,
National
man.
championship. Come on, baby.
I like it. You guys are the best. What a good win.
Yes.
So much
That was
fun.
great. Yeah, I got a little nervous at the opening drive, but after that, it was all Irish.
Yeah, it was, man, it's just good to have a relaxing fourth quarter. You got the win. You did enough. This is beautiful. You can enjoy the rest of your day now in peace.
Well, I figured we had to do this after Connor did one from the roof.
Yeah, you guys are one-upping each other. That's good.
Let's keep it going. Let's
Yes.
keep it going.
Yep.
What else you got, Connor? What else you got?
You got main
Oh,
man
man.
on the line?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, well, have a great show. We'll watch the rest of it from here.
Have a good one. You guys behave yourselves. See ya. Hot tub time machine, Pat.
Those were his daughters, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's-
God bless him. God bless him. Okay, Pat, what do you make of this? Like, if you gave me this score, I would take it every day, but I know people are going to want more.
even with the way the game looked, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Look, it's way better than Boston College.
Yeah.
My favorite part of the game was when Aaron Donald threw Pat McAfee off the stage. that was the excitement level for me when I saw that. But no, it was like what we talked about during the week was Freeman will have this team ready to play. And I think the team was ready to play. I think Pitt is the one that came out flat. I thought Pitt was there just seemed, I don't know. I don't know what the stadium was like. Jesse kept saying that there was a lot of energy in the stadium to start the game. It didn't seem like it. That whole thing was just the way the game just started was flat. And I think Notre Dame just is like, all right, we'll just kick your ass and just leave it like that. I mean, what'd they have at the end of the first half? Like 50 yards of offense.
Yeah, it was, and you know what else? You jumped them 14-0 right away. You changed the dynamic there. You get the pick six, so you change the dynamic. And I know people are mad about the final touchdown. There's still things to clean up. You got to worry about in the playoffs some of the things Notre Dame's not doing as effective.
Yeah, we can.
Like, that's all true. But for today, damn it, this was what you needed, and you got it. And it's a really good day.
What you came out of this is Notre Dame dominated the football game.
Yeah.
You can talk about the red zone issues. You can talk about CJ Carr and whether or not he's regressing. You can talk about, I think my biggest complaint of the game was the interior play of the offensive line. And I know it's probably a lot of it is because of injury, but at the end of the day, anybody who watched that game, they're going to come away with one thing in their mind. And it's that Notre Dame just dominated Pitt. Pitt was never in this football game.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to help Notre Dame as we continue to go down and get closer to the final pick for the playoffs. So Notre Dame's Notre Dame is definitely a lock, I think, to make the playoffs. And I think Notre Dame has a really good chance to get a home game at this point. So we'll see, but it's a pretty good place to be. And where the game became a snooze fest in the second half, but I think it was just because Pitt was so bad. I don't think it was much of what Notre Dame was doing wrong. The kicking game, obviously, that is, if I'm gonna really get after Marcus Freeman on anything, it's that. It's that the fact that you allow your program in your 4th year to be to the point where we can't kick a field goal at all is just embarrassing. So he's been living and dying by the transfer portal for kickers, and it has really bit him in the ass this year. And something has to change there, and that is on Freeman, 100% on Freeman. So that part, that's just it is Vigo. It's criminal. It's criminal to have the fact that you can't kick a single field goal. You can't do it.
Yeah,
and you're not going to win. You cannot win a national championship, let alone a playoff game, if you don't have any sort of field goal opportunities.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's
Pat,
bad.
Let's flip it over to something really, really good, man. Ash and this defense, what a turnaround. They're playing good defense, man.
Yeah, I'm not, listen, when I say this, I'm not trying to discredit the defensive performance today. It was phenomenal. I mean, your running back had more yards running the football. Your star running back had more yards running the football than they had total offense halfway through the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
That's unreal. And think about a lot of what when you hear that, you think, oh my God, you're going to have 300 yards rushing and like 4 touchdowns from the guy. You didn't. That's just how good the defense played. But I really wonder how good Pitt actually is. Tom Frawley was texting me at the start of the game, and he made a point to me that Pitt's quarterback was holding the ball for a long time.
Yeah.
And the reason he was holding the ball for a long time wasn't because he couldn't make a decision. Notre Dame playing man-to-man defense and locked them down.
Yeah.
Locked them down. There was nobody open. And so he has no choice. So it's really comes down to like, wasn't Pitt's wide receivers supposed to be like pretty decent?
They had a few of them they really liked, plus that running back. But on
I have a hard time.
He held the ball long. That was on.
He held the ball a long time, right?
I mean,
a lot of those sacks were covered sacks.
He's been doing that week after week, holding,
right.
and I think he's been able to get away from it. He
hasn't seen a defensive line that could actually get to you.
Yeah.
Versus and Notre Dame wasn't blitzing much. They blitzed. Don't give me. They would send 5. But there wasn't 7, it wasn't 6 like Al Golden would send. They would send 5, and a lot of the 5 was 4 as a 4-man rush, and then you had a spy who came in after the running back would pick up an end or something like that because he would have a free run at that point. So it didn't seem like this over aggressive blitzing scheme that was getting to this guy. It was just a 4-man rush with a 5th guy that would sneak in there late. So it's the way that game went, and I watched it, it really made me question Pitt's ability. How good is Pitt actually? And not just Pitt now, but the ACC as a whole. See it crumbling.
It made me think about.
It's crumbling across. The ACC is crumbling across the board to the point where the ACC. I know Navy beat USF today, so that might have saved the ACC. But if USF won today, the ACC might not even put a team in a playoff.
Yeah,
that's where the ACC is at. So I really question the skill set of the ACC right now.
Yeah,
but to that point, you got to do it. Notre Dame did it. They shut them down. They locked them down, and they hit them hard. So it was a phenomenal defensive performance. Am I all in on Chris Ash as a result of this game? No, I'm not. I really can't forgive Texas A&M. I can't forgive the Texas A&M. I need to see a lot more before I could forgive what happened in Texas A&M. But it's a really good performance from a team that needed to show a really good performance on D. Yep. 2 weeks in a row, you had a power run team last week. You had a team that would throw the ball, I think 60% of the time, and you shut them down now. So it's really good performance. It's something to continue to build on. As far as Carr is concerned, I get the Denbrock stuff. Like I understand why people are coming after Denbrock. I wonder, when we watched the Miami game, we said, why didn't he let Carr loose sooner? Why did he hold Carr back in the Miami game? And then the Texas A&M game, he didn't hold him back at all. He went nuts, threw for a bunch of yards and touchdowns. I'm starting to think that, okay, maybe we need to pull this kid back in a little bit. Maybe he's doing too much, and go back to a mindset, especially these last 2 games. I'm worried about his confidence. I mean, that pick 6, there is no reason to throw that football. There's got to be something else. There just has to be. And to make that pass is just, I mean, you went right into that guy. Everyone knew where that ball was going from Pitt's defense, and you threw right into that guy.
So I guess if you want confidence, you should be able to gain some of the remaining 2 games.
Well, look at right, for sure, and I totally agree with that. But like, look at his 2 biggest plays. His 2 completions to Malachi Fields, one for the touchdown, the other one for the big gain. The only reason he threw those balls downfield wasn't because that guy was open, is because he knew he had a free play, so he just threw it up there. And those balls were perfectly placed.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe they're putting, maybe I got to think about this differently as I say that. Maybe they're putting too much restraint on him, and they're trying to do this underneath stuff and not letting him throw the ball down the field again. I don't know, but he definitely has. He can definitely throw the ball down the field, but we're just overthinking this offense, and the red zone stuff is just, that's almost as bad as the kicking game.
It's been
you are at the 1-inch line, and you have a running back that you're trying to turn into a Heisman candidate, and you don't run the football. What is that? That's ridiculous.
And the issue is, I mean, you're into game 11, like you're late into the year. So I don't know how that's gonna,
why can't we? I will never understand. I will never understand this spread offense stuff. And I know spread offense has changed a lot since it came out with Chip Kelly in Oregon back in the early 2000s or whenever he had his run there. You don't have a power run game when you have this, when your quarterback is always in the shotgun. And when you get into the goal line, you need to be able to have a power run game. You need to have a fullback. You need to have a tight end motion in. You need to be able to just say, here's the hole. We're coming for this spot, and do it. And the fact that you can't get 1 inch in that situation, that stuff just blows my mind.
Yeah. I don't know. Listen, there's a lot of stuff that's got to get better if you want to have success in the playoff, but you got to make the playoff first.
You got to make
you did plenty today to continue all that. And like, I will worry about those things down the road. But for today, fantastic effort.
You look at it, you got like 4 solid weeks of practice. To maybe 5 because you'll have the bye week or the conference championship game. Yep. So there's a lot of time for these guys to practice leading into the playoff and get better at this stuff. And I know there's some guys I'm seeing some comments in the chat that I'm nitpicking and stuff like that. No. If you think I'm nitpicking, just wait till you go. I mean, I wish people could sit in a room with Marcus Freeman when he goes after his guys after a win like this, because he's really going to lay into him, because this is a great time to lay into a guys after a win like this. Yeah. And so it's 100%. This is the best time to do it, because you can still celebrate the win and look at the things that are bothering you. Yep. And this is definitely what this coaching staff's going to do. And these are the improvements that they have to make.
Yeah. So, yeah. It's a really, really, it's a good job.
I like Cotter on the roof better.
Pat, that's good. Pat, thanks for joining us. Have fun with the family. Enjoy the rest of the football.
All right. Later, brother. Have a good show.
Have a good one. See ya. Oh, that's good. A couple more super chats. We'll go right back to your calls. We'll get them going here. So you guys, here's where it is. Fantastic win. Absolutely great job. Fantastic job. You won by multiple scores on the road, ranked team, everything. Just fantastic. And you can have a list of things to worry about. Why can't everybody do both? Why can't everybody do both? Be thrilled about all this. And if you are the type of person that's going to worry about the things we didn't do great and in the playoff, go ahead. You can do both. There's no rule you can't do both. I'm in a good mood today. I'm in a good mood. I know the short yardage bothers you guys. It bothers me too. Nikki Dean, I got to say I was wrong about Ash at the beginning of this season. $20 MJH Irish. Thought Denbrock was very uneven. Could have done more to protect CJ. I think we did those. Here we go. John, did you see the handshake not friendly? No, I did not. I was in here getting set up. I missed that. Right when the clock, I knew it ended, I ran in here. $10 Aller Jason. Defense played lights out. Red zone offense left points on the board. Need to get better. Love is a beast. Narduzzi is a clown. Zero class. Zero. $5 Aller Austin. I'm sorry, Chris Ash. Hey, man, they're playing good defense. $5 Aller. Concerned about the kicking and the short yardage. There's good reason for that. $5 Aller. Marcus now running in the 1-inch line. Reminded me of Pete Carroll not running Lynch on the goal line against the Pats. Yeah, it was a decision. It was a decision. Tom, and then we'll keep it moving. Tom, what's up, buddy?
Hey, well, we got a W, and I'm happy about that. No question about it. But, here's the thing. Here's why I got so angry. We were told all week how good Pitt was, right?
Yep.
So that's the national narrative. And it wasn't just the Pitt people saying it, right? Or Pitt fans. It was the national media, the ESPN people. They take that all the way into College Game Day, which I did not watch because I knew it, but I heard a lot of it. And then it goes right into the broadcast booth. And at every turn, no matter what the play was, there's a slant. There's always a negative slant that Jesse Palmer was talking about, and even Tessitore. They just never give them a chance. Not a chance, but they just never give them a fair shake. But when you flip the coin, now Notre Dame starts to take over. The defense, starts showing it. And then all of a sudden, the credibility of the national media, it just evaporates because, wait a minute, I thought they had 3 receivers that Notre Dame wasn't going to be able to cover. Yeah. I thought they were going to, I thought for sure that offensive line was going to keep Notre Dame off of Henschel's ass the whole game. Guess not. What does that do? And here's what pisses me off. That perception is reality, right? So when they keep beating that drum, it's Notre Dame not only has to play their opponent, they got to play the refs and they got to play the national perception. And don't you think for a minute that doesn't leak into the committee's decision? Man, everybody's a little bit biased, right, John?
Yeah.
And I don't care. That's when in the old days when the college, the polls, the national championship were run by the polls, the AP and the UPI polls, and they always talked about the northern, the northeast bias, the southern bias, and the west coast bias. Well, it still holds true today. You mean to tell me those guys in the committee don't have regional bias? Come on.
Yeah, but now, Tom, this is a good thing to be mad at after this win, right? Like if 100%. You're mad about this, a lot of good stuff happened that you're not mad we lost or blew the game and the season's over. This is a good problem but all week they were building up that quarterback and its offense all week. Look at it this way, Tom. Yes. Flip it. Argue it the other way. They built them up so much. Notre Dame shut them down. It should make Notre Dame look better than
that's my point.
So good.
Exactly. And they won't. So whatever. So guess what? You take that, you go back, you got to work on the things you need to work on, right? And I'm not going to mention what they are because everybody's been talking about it. Yeah. But now, ostensibly, you have 2 practice games before the playoffs. And when I see practice games, these are practice games that count. So maybe you put in some wrinkles. Maybe you do a couple of different things. But they got to bag that screen game. Holy Christmas.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody they can't, a well-timed screen is usually set up well. They sell it to the defense. Well, they couldn't sell a woman at a lumberjack camp on payday right now. And that's the God's honest truth. So it's like, why can't, and like to Patrick's point, you got the best running back in the country. And I think there's a reason why they're not running as proficiently as they'd like to on the goal line. They won't until Billy Schrauth and Charles Jagasaw come back. That's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, it's but man, I'm telling you though, I knew this was gonna like get into
Yeah.
all this, what we need to improve on. But man, this was still a tough ball game. Really
Oh,
big
yeah.
win, ranked team. Everyone in America was watching to see you lose. You handled the moment. You made enough plays. This is a damn good day to be Irish, and nothing's bringing me down. I'll worry about what I
No.
need to worry about later.
Hey, and beautiful. I don't think anybody got hurt today, or at least seriously, which is a beautiful thing. God knows we don't need any more injuries. And so I saw some sparks, obviously from Tay Johnson today. I knew he was going to have a pick. His game gets better by the game, and he's got a second sense for that football. He's got a nose for the football. You can't teach that.
He's developed very, very quickly. Very quickly.
Oh my God. I can remember back to the preseason in a press conference when they asked Marcus Freeman about him, and he said, Tay thinks he can play both offense and defense. That's the guy I want in center field. Oh yes. So he's going to make some big plays for us down the stretch. There's some playmakers on defense, and it's starting to come out. We'll see what happens the next 2 weeks. Get healthy and just stay on track. Go Irish. We're going to be all right.
Tom, enjoy the rest of the football with that Notre Dame win and that good airline, buddy. I love you.
Yeah, my Fenwick Friars just won, so we're going to the state. We're going to the semifinals of state. So I'm happier than I could ever imagine being.
Enjoy it, Tom. Enjoy it, buddy. Oh man, he's I love that guy. I love it. Dude, this is it's just a good day, man. This is one you had to have. We'll go right back to your calls. First and goal on the 1-inch line. You run Love 4 times, yeah. Or if you're on the 1-inch line, I know they don't practice under center a lot anymore. Can Carr not just go under center and fall forward 6 inches? Am I like overthinking it or underthinking it or what? Ed Page, at the end of the day, go ND. Thank you, John, for what you do. I'm blessed to be able to bring the Irish people together here. Chris Howard, $5 holler. John, I know it's off topic, but I wanted to let you know LSU beat Arkansas 23-22. It's a good, hard-fought SEC win there. Yeah, man. You got to take what you could take. I know they're not that worried about, their final scores these days, but it was a good job. Let's get Renee in and out. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, John. How are you?
Good. What's up?
Hey, man. I was pissed. I like to do was listen to it. But, yeah, with our short yardage and our kicking game, we definitely got to fix it a little bit, man. And, hey, the good thing, like you said it best, it's a great day to be an Irish fan. We got the win. They were going to hype up this team more than what they would. But that's good, though, because now that got us a good win, right? It got us a ranked win to the committee. And the biases are going to take place. Take care of what's in front of you and let the rest take care of itself, right?
Yep. How about that defensive effort, man? They're playing good football.
Dude, man, like that kid, that's all it took. One play and that kid got rattled. I listened to the whole thing. He got rattled and he didn't know what to do. And it's like Pat said, he could hold the ball longer the other games because he weren't playing against the Irish. I mean, it was like I said, here come the Irish, and then came the Irish. He was shitting his pants. You know what I mean? Hey, John, look who that is. Say hi.
Hi.
Show him hi.
Go Irish. I like it.
We're watching the girls, man. You know, I got season tickets to the girls, so she's got to watch this game. Hey, John, great day to be an Irish fan, man. And hey, can't wait for this week coming up. Who do we got? We got Stanford, right? We got Stanford.
We got Syracuse and then Palo Alto.
Oh, John, dude, what's happening in my old age, bro? I forgot I'm going. I'll be at the game next week, and then Palo Alto. But hey, buddy, great day to be an Irish fan. Defense look great. Tay Johnson, man, he's a hog, man. He's a hog.
Yep.
Glad we got him. Hey, buddy, rest of the show's gonna be great. Sorry, I'm watching the game and trying to do all these things, man. Love you, buddy. Okay, onward, Notre Dame.
We'll see you onward, Notre Dame, indeed. That's for darn sure. Oh, that's for sure. Homer, what's up, Tone?
Hey, John, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic, man. This was the huge landmine sitting there on the back part of this schedule. It got built up, and Notre Dame survived the moment. I'm proud of them, and they're doing what they need to do.
Yeah, I've been under the weather all week and got to listen to all your shows, and thank God you got me through it. I appreciate that. And but I also communicated with head coach Marcus Freeman a couple times this week, and he was pretty confident, and it certainly came through today. And I know there are things that need to be addressed and things that need to be fixed, but can't we just appreciate this big win today and national audience? And it's got to have an effect on that committee. So
yeah,
I'm not going to be long here. I just wanted to chime in and tell you how much I appreciate you and Senior and your mom.
Hey, man, I really appreciate it. I hope you're feeling better. And this was, it's just a really, really strong, good effort by Notre Dame with all of America watching. And everybody wanted your playoff spot to bounce free. And Notre Dame didn't allow it. So I'm very proud of them. They did what they need to do. There's a lot to clean up. But, man, it's mission accomplished today.
I agree. And I also agree. I think Pat said it, that Coach Freeman has the opportunity to get into some people this week, and I'm sure he will. And I'm planning on being at the game next week, but right now, hopefully, I can make it. So,
well, hey, man, I hope you're feeling better, and we'll talk to you offline soon, Tom.
All right, John. Love you guys.
Thanks a lot, man. Hope you feel better. Oh, I love that, man. Tony, he's a part of the family now. Oh, it's great meeting these people. All right. If you're on hold, you're coming up. Mitch, Matt, Irish, what's going on?
I'll tell you what, John, longtime listener, first-time caller. But I'll tell you what, this Notre Dame Fighting Irish team, I think they're going to take it all the way to the championship.
Ooh. So
you want to know why? You want to know why,
Walk me
John?
through that. Walk me through that.
Here's why. We got the best running back tandem in the nation by a country mile. We have a redshirt freshman quarterback who's going 1-1 next year in the NFL draft. We have a defense that has finally figured out their identity. We got to find a kicker who knows that you got to put the ball in between the uprights. But I'll tell you what, minus the negatives, this team, minus playing the Ohio State Buckeyes, is going to win it all. And listen, I'm not here to give financial advice, but if I was, I would say to sell your stocks, sell your bonds, sell your crypto, and sell your cars, and put that money on the Fighting Irish to win it all. Because you got to strike when the iron's hot.
Man, that's a lot of confidence. Okay, so that's telling me that you think Notre Dame's going to clean up. You're not worried about the kicking stuff. You think they're going to figure it out on short yardage and goal line. You're not worried about the quarterback starting to throw a couple interceptions. Like, what makes you comfortable with all that stuff when you get into a playoff scenario against better teams?
John, I am worried about short yardage.
I have an obligation to ask.
I know, I appreciate that, but I am worried about short yardage. We have the number one running back projected by Mel Kiper to go in the draft. We have the number 3 running back projected to go in the draft. Is it crazy to think we should put them both on the same field at the same time when we're in short yardage? Or am I crazy to think that?
Makes a lot of sense.
It's frustrating, man. I know that we're trying to hit Eli Raridon to score his first touchdown. I know Ty Washington scored his first last year, but we have the talent to do it, man. We have a good offensive line, and we have a fantastic backfield. It shouldn't be this complicated, which is what is frustrating. And I know there's been a lot of people that have been airing their frustration, but you got to respect the game that we just put together. I saw a graphic on the scoreboard that had Jeremiah Love with more yards than the Pittsburgh entire team. And that puts a smile on my face, especially with Pat Narduzzi talking his nonsense before the game this week.
Let me piggyback off something you said. A reason that Notre Dame fans should feel a little different if you're able to win these final 2 and get into the playoff. This would be a Notre Dame team in the playoff that could run the ball and throw the ball. That is a new feature. So now you feel like Notre Dame's going to play good defense. You're starting to be able to believe in that week to week again. And then you're going to tell me you're going to have a Notre Dame team that could throw it and air it out a little bit and has those backs. That's different. The Kelly playoff teams didn't have that. And last year didn't have that other than your quarterback, really. is like doing everything on short yardage, whatever, but you weren't able to throw the ball comfortably. This would be a tougher Notre Dame out in the playoff, right?
I could not agree with you more. This offense is better than last year, and I think the defense after the second half of the Purdue game is comparable. And as long as we don't have to play Ohio State in the national championship, this team could win it all, man. It is the most excited I've been about a Notre Dame football team in a decade. And I know there's been people who have came on at the beginning of this talk show that have been complaining about things. Let's just sit back and enjoy it. This is a fun team to watch, a very fun team to watch.
And you know what else? The statistical odds of Notre Dame running the table from NIU all the way to the playoff last year and from game 2 this year all the way to, I'm not counting wins yet that haven't happened, but this was the toughest game remaining. And we're all just being honest that it was. That is unbelievable. Like, the odds of that are pretty low. It shows the resolve of this team. It shows the belief in Marcus Freeman that the guys don't check out or get frustrated and things spiral. Like, there's a lot there that I really respect. So you need to play 2 more good games, and you made 2 miraculous runs in back-to-back years.
Could not agree with you more, man. And before I go, I want to put my hand up and have a big old apology to Mr. Chris Ash. I thought he was dead in the water, but trust me, that man has turned it around and figured it out because this defense is staunch. Besides from Pat Narduzzi doing some sort of freaking slant with 15 seconds left in the game, we stuffed them all game long. I love to watch it. It's the most fun Notre Dame Fighting Irish team that I've seen in my entire lifetime, and I got a good feeling about this team. And before I go, if they don't do it this year, they're going to do it next year.
Man, I do admit, when you see what Love does and you see the catches that Malachi Fields was making, it's like you thought that's what the other team's good guys always look like against us, right? Like, we're used to having, it's like 3rd and long, and then the other team's guy makes the acrobatic catch or whatever. Like, it's just damn nice to have a few of those on your side this time.
Well, John, I mean, Malachi Fields did it against us when he was on Virginia last year. So you're right. It feels fantastic to see him do it for us. I just love the way that this team is playing at the right time. We made Navy look like a JV football team, and they went out and beat South Florida. They might make the playoff. I'm telling you what, man, this team is clicking on all cylinders at the perfect time.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, man, it is exciting. Hey, really, really good first call, man. Don't be shy. Come around again.
All right. I'll see you, John. Peace, man.
Good job. Yeah, that's a really good, that's a good first call, buddy. Somebody's saying we are cooked if Bama loses. I'm not totally sure of that. Like, I don't understand. Do people think that Bama is going to lose and still be ahead of Notre Dame, and then and then Oklahoma's ahead of Notre Dame too? Is that the theory? Does nobody think that Alabama could drop below Notre Dame if they get an ugly second loss and then you play good? Or do they get the credit because they're playing the 11th ranked team and it doesn't matter? How much penalty would there be for Alabama for losing a second game in November? That's a good question. I don't have the answer to it. I don't have the answer. They have better wins? That may be. Yeah, I don't have a good answer. But it is, it's something to think about. Jonesy, what's going on? Welcome.
What's going on, JK?
Nothing, man. It's a good day to be a Notre Dame fan. That's a big win you had to have, and you did a good job. I'm thrilled.
Yeah, I just want to actually piggyback on what the previous caller just said. We're in a great spot, man. I mean, look at the top teams in the nation and look at us. And how many years can you say we match up against every single team that's like, who scares you that's in the top 6? The only teams that scare me are Georgia and Ohio State.
I would
Look
say
at the
Ohio
other
State.
teams in the top 6. Texas A&M. Think if we were Texas A&M. They barely beat a terrible South Carolina team today at home.
Yeah.
What if we were in that position and they would trash Notre Dame, but Texas A&M survives and they score 28 straight points and they beat a terrible South Carolina team, but nobody's going to question them being in the top 5. If that happens to Notre Dame, Notre Dame's a fraud. We just destroyed a decent Pittsburgh team on the road. I get it. We have some holes. I mean, we should have won by 28. BS weird final drive. I mean, I don't know what's going on with those two personal fouls. Like, I don't know if the refs have played an alternate spread and needed them to, like, that was weird. But and then the quarterback on Pittsburgh is acting like they won the game after they scored that touchdown. To go, that was weird. But anyway, I'm just piggybacking on this guy that just called. We're one of the best teams in the nation, flaws or not. And I feel great about what we are, where we're at. The worry about CJ Carr. I mean, those were some suspect interceptions. The first one, I think, was a really good play by Pittsburgh. I'm not an expert like Goolsby and Hyde and some of these guys on the board, but that looked like a really good play. Carr didn't see that guy coming. The second one was terrible. But the thing I like is he bounced back, dude. He wasn't even fazed by that.
Yeah.
And this kid's a freshman. This is the first time he's ever done this. I mean, his stats are unreal. So I'll take a timeout, but that's where I'm at, John. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good position to be in when you have that kind of win on the road with all the pressure and the hype, and you can afford to nitpick and find all these areas you got to be better. In a win that comfortable tells you the level of program you're at. This was a good, tough win. You had to have it. It's just, we're in a good spot. These are some champagne problems that you got to win like this, and we have all these things to complain about. And that defense, man, Chris Ash, good job. Like, they fought back from a tough early start in the year. They're playing better, and I got to give them all the credit in the world. That old defensive staff and the players, really good job.
Absolutely, John. Thanks for having me on, bro. Thanks for everything you do.
Oh, no problem, man. Thanks for wanting to be a part of everything. Really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of the football, buddy. How much time you got, buddy? How much time you got? If you're on hold, you're going to be on the air probably. Okay, Alabama scored, it looks like. Let's see what else we have on the scoreboard. Texas Tech 21, UCF 0. Georgia Tech 14. Iowa 14, USC 0. That's interesting. It does look like USC is driving. I don't know what USC is doing. Oh, this is an interesting one. MN Go Irish. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Johnny. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I got you, man. What a healthy outlet after the game, brother.
I had to strap the helmet on and get out here. Enjoy the nice Minnesota weather.
That's fantastic, man. Like, you're not bellying up to the bar. You're going to get active.
No, that's later.
What a hero.
Campfires and beer later. Got to get in a quick ride beforehand. Hey, I want to thank you, John. I don't. It's been a while, I think, since I've called in your show. Normally, I do it a little hammered, so pretty stone cold sober today. But wanted to thank you also for joining our Reddit AMA over there Friday. Thanks for that. Hopefully, you enjoyed it. Some good questions and answers, man.
It was fun, and it was a good little blend of the football stuff and then like the personal side with my brand and stuff. It was a good balance.
Yeah,
it was
right
good
on.
to get in the mix with new people, man. I had fun. Thanks for inviting me.
Right on. Yeah, sounds good. I'm trying to convince. I'm just the rookie mod over there, but I'm trying to convince some of the senior mods to try to hop on a show, do a little more collab with some of the other great shows out here, including yours. So thanks again. This has been a fun ride. I was at the Ohio State game last year with my dad, and that one almost was close. I mean, we at least started strong, but man, like the others were saying, we play against, I'm not even actually that worried about them again. I can't wait for a potential rematch. I think with our passing and our running game and our defense now stepping up, Ass turning back to Ash and playing and coaching a stellar D, I think we've got this one. I'll have to say one more, another thing, and I can just keep this quick. But yeah, I had a buddy. I live in Minnesota, and well, let's just say I have a friend who lives in Minnesota that couldn't place a wager yesterday. So while he was sitting at a college hockey game, he's texting a buddy that lives in Illinois to put a big wager in for ND to win it all. So got that in before the game today. So yeah, we'll see.
Hey, this was the last big one on the radar. You should be able to win these final two. The other thing is I need you to get healthier. You're going to have that little window of time between the end of the season and the playoff. If you win out and you're in, hopefully get healthier, be able to get some guys back. That'll help you whatever matchup you draw in the playoff. It'll be awesome.
Right on. Right on. Yeah, I missed the beginning of your show. I guess some people might have been complaining a little bit, but yeah, we work on that kicking game, get a couple kicks in live in these next two games. I think that's a perfect time for it to go for field goals versus going for it on fourth. And yeah, and learn how to, here's the other thing. I was yelling at my screen, learn how to go up for QB sneak when you're on the half yard line going towards the end zone, not with 99 yards to go. That was just insane.
Yeah,
at least
it
he
just
tried
feels
it.
like you're overthinking it a little bit. If you can't just have your quarterback get under center and fall forward 6 inches, like I just think it could be that easy. I don't know.
Oh man.
So they
All
got to
right,
figure
things
it
to
out.
work on.
But man,
Yeah.
but this was a great win. I'm in a good mood. We'll see what happens with the rest of these games, but good for Notre Dame. Really good performance.
Right on. Right on. Well, great. Thanks for taking my call, and you have a great rest of the show. And yeah, we'll stay connected on how to collab with you guys. Awesome.
For sure, man. Hey, thanks a lot for the invite over on the Reddit, and be safe out there riding, brother. That's man, he's getting his exercise in. That's impressive. Yeah. Goolsby's been saying nonstop, at some point, I need to see Carr keep this football and pull it and run with it and do more. Make the defense see that he's not afraid to do that. And then you saw some of that. So good job. You definitely saw some of that. Let's keep it moving here. Liam, what's going on? Welcome, brother. If you're on hold, you're probably definitely going to be on the air. Let's keep it going.
Johnny, how are you?
I'm in a good mood, man. Notre Dame, if anybody with complaints, and we all have them if you're in that place in your mind or you want to go there. If anybody offered you that final score before the game on the Notre Dame side, we would have all taken it. Would we have not?
Johnny, a huge win on the road.
Yeah.
Seems like we're mostly healthy. Defensive dominance. The program is at a point where when your quarterback only gets 3 total touchdowns, it's considered an off day. I mean, that's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, man. And I'm really impressed with the defense. I mean, for almost all of that game, the only points Pitt scored were because our offense gave them the ball. They're playing really, really good. And that's a Pitt offense that has been pumped up, averaging almost 40 a game for the last handful of games, that quarterback and everything. And Notre Dame just showed them, you have not faced a defense like this. They made them pay, and it was a really damn good job.
Yeah, and I mean, kind of just like what Tom was mentioning before, ESPN made this quarterback out to be the next Johnny Manziel.
Yeah.
And I think Desmond Howard picked Pitt to win. I think he's got CTE or something. I don't know. Maybe he's got some elder abuse going on there. Maybe it's time for him to get yanked.
Yeah, it's I have no love lost there. So whatever, man. Like, you ended up finding out, I think, a lot about Notre Dame. That defense is legit. The offense is still at times something you want to see improve in different areas. Kicking game's a nightmare. Forget about it. But you learned a lot about Notre Dame, but like Pat said, you learned a lot about the ACC too, man. I'm sorry, but these teams are just not, even the ones they're saying are good are not proven to be that good.
No, maybe they should just stick to basketball, or obviously the refs aren't any good either. The roughing the passer, the nuns used to hit me harder in grammar school over being a left-handed kid.
It's that's funny. You know what I always think of? Whenever when you know you're going to have a bad ref situation, man, like if you get out with the win, I try not to complain about it. At least you were up by enough that no late roughing call cost you the game or anything. Like, they couldn't do that to you. And then you could argue if they got away with one with that goal line thing, they called them short. There's a debate on that. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that you were actually able to hear inside the booth.
Yeah.
And during the one where they called him short, you could hear the one guy clearly trying to convince the other one or two that, oh, does he have possession or does he not have possession? And it's like, dude, it's not. He was short of the line to go. Stop making it out like he fumbled and recovered and fumbled in the end zone.
Yeah, it is. Man, I'm telling you though, it is. Anyone with frustrations, you gotta understand where they're coming from. You just went on the road in a must-win game for your playoff life against a ranked team. You beat the hell out of them physically. You won by a lot. Like, and you have room to improve. You didn't play anywhere near perfect. Offensively, there's a lot of things to work on. You got to realize you're operating from a really good spot when you can complain at that level. You got a lot you're doing right. A lot you're doing right.
I have two questions for you real quick. The first is, do you think that there was a few chip shot or gimme field goals that we could have went for on fourth down that could have instilled maybe a little bit of confidence in the field goal unit? Like,
yeah, unless you do it and they miss it. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's the issue you're dealing with, is like Freeman tried to give them a chance early in the game and it wasn't close. And then I think he said, screw this. So, like, yes, you're right. But if you duck hook another one or two, then you're losing even more confidence.
Yeah, but Johnny, you got three guys that are getting $100,000 scholarships a year. They each have 17 psychologists dedicated toward getting their mind right.
Yeah.
At some point, it's sink or swim. You got to throw the kid in the deep end and figure it out. Or it's Darwinism and we cut them all and start again next year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in, and at this point, I'm convinced it's in their heads, because if you're at this point to be on Notre Dame's team as a kicker, you know how to like kick. I think this is a mental problem.
I think, I just hope that these guys aren't on the team next year, to be honest with you. I mean, if you're a kicker and that's the only thing you do and you can't do it, then what are we doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. That's a little bit cutthroat. I know the holiday seasons are coming up, but you know, those guys are leaving me coal in my stocking. So what am I supposed to do?
And it's going to be a problem in the playoff. Like,
right.
Excuse me. If you make it that far, it is absolutely going to be a problem in the playoff. So you need to figure it out. And so for now, you got away with it and you're cruising towards the playoff, but like, you really do need to figure some things out.
The other question I had for you, and maybe when you talk to Goolsby, you could get his opinion on this. The pick six that Carr threw, are there a variety of reads on that? Or is it one read, get the ball to that slot receiver there, and you got to throw it? Because it didn't seem like Carr went through his progressions on that particular play.
Yeah, I put in the Patreon chat, I really want to see Jared Clark break down some of what went wrong offensively and see what he's saying. Like, he needed to go here. You need to look this guy off there. But it was like, you're not used to Carr making those mistakes. So it just kind of hurt today to see that.
Right. Yeah. And it was poor timing too. I think one was a pick six and one got returned to the 5-yard line. So you just don't want that to happen in a big game.
Yeah, it was rough, but man, overall, it is a damn good day to be a Notre Dame fan. This was the last landmine, and you couldn't let some 18-year-old hero quarterback come out of nowhere and embarrass you and ruin your year, and you didn't let it happen.
This was a very different feeling from the Boston College game, which we've had a firm grasp on that too, but you had guys flying all over the place, and the catches by Malachi Fields were great. Some of the, obviously Jeremiah Love's runs were tremendous. You wish you could have got more. Wish you could have run for 400. So it's a sloppy win. It's a win, but you won by a ton and you're healthy. So we're on the up and up.
Yep. It's absolutely fantastic. So I'm in a good mood. I'm logging the things we need to get better at. A lot of them are the same all year. It's not really a surprise. But man, like, you're doing what you need to do to get in the playoff, and then you can play your version of your best self and be healthier at that time. Anything else, my friend? Thanks for waiting. And I like that shirt, by the way.
Thank you. I figured if we don't win a national championship, maybe I'll just get the same sports psychologist that the kicker gets, and everything will be the same anyway.
You could try. You could try. Hey,
thanks,
enjoy the rest of the games, buddy. We'll see. Yeah, now everybody's debating what happens if what's going to happen if Alabama goes in heads and lose. Adam, what's going on? Welcome.
Hey, Johnny, how we doing, buddy?
I'm in a really good mood, man. Notre Dame took care of business. I know it could have been a bigger win. I'm not complaining about it, but there are things you got to clean up if you want to make a playoff run. That's my statement.
100%. And you know what? I'm listening to a lot of different perspectives, and that's the reality. Is perception is a reality for each person. And to the young man who was speaking earlier, I loved his enthusiasm, man. I mean, he is right where I was maybe 15, 20 years ago watching Notre Dame, something like that. and thinking to myself, like, this is the greatest team. Okay, we're going to do it and all these different things. And we're clicking on all cylinders. The reality is we're not. We're not clicking on all cylinders. And I'm not trying to dampen a good day because I'm super stoked. I am so happy that we won and that we're moving on. We got 2 relatively easier games to finish off the season, go 10-2, and be in the hunt to be a playoff team, whether on the road or at home. With that being said, our special teams is not doing it for us, especially in the kicking game. And if we go back to last year, we remember Jeter hitting all those just absolutely clutch at the end of the games, especially to beat Penn State. You have to have it. Everything, all 4 phases of the game have to be running in conjunction with one another and running fluently. And right now we're not. There are certain things that we're doing very well. Obviously, we have an all-star cast in the backfield. Jeremiah Love, Jadarian Price. It is just so exceptional to watch. And again, please, everybody, just remember to soak it in when you're watching it. Don't take it for granted because this does not happen all the time, if at all, ever.
Yeah.
So to have that is incredible. We're starting to find our rhythm with certain things. Do you remember you and I were talking about Eli Reardon and getting him in the game? And he started showing off his explosiveness and his ability to make plays. I think that's another weapon that we have got to put out there in the field, go and get that going a little bit better against Syracuse and Stanford to then go into the playoffs with another option for CJ Carr. As far as CJ Carr goes, Johnny, the reality is I heard Pat talking about how, hey, maybe we need to pull him back a little bit. You know, we were holding him back the first game. We then let him loose the second game. Now, should we be holding him back? I don't think he's trying to do too much. I think he's not trying to do as much as he probably should. And what I mean by that is exactly that in his reading of the field, going through his progressions. And you guys just touched on it a little bit. But on that interception, you have got to be able to read, even though it was an exceptional defensive play. You have to be able to read when somebody's creeping up and blitzing towards that and reading where it is you're trying to go. The best quarterbacks are the ones that are able to sit there, get the play, understand where everybody's supposed to be, what their assignments are, but then be able to go through the progressions and check down or go somewhere else. If it's covered, go somewhere else. If your number 1 and 2 is covered, go to 3 or 4. And that's his next step. But again, he's a freshman. He's so young and he's doing so exceptional. Those certain passes were dimes and they were perfectly thrown. But then other reads where you're like, whoa, CJ, now we're seeing the freshman side. So there's a lot of upswing, a lot of stuff that's going fantastic. But just remember, going into the playoffs, especially when these things come down to last second possessions, needing that 43-yard field goal. I mean, we can't even kick a 23-yard field goal, let alone a 43 or 50. So and I'll be honest with you, John, and I think you even said it in the beginning, we are already at whatever, week 10. This isn't something where you just magically fix it.
Yeah.
Either those kids are going to be able to somehow trigger it, because I agree with you, it is psychological, where they truly believe within themselves that they can make the field goal and that they're going to do it the way that Jeter did last year, where he just went out there with all the confidence in the world, or else they're going to keep shanking them, you know? And so, but then that puts your offense into a tight situation.
Yeah, it's listen, man, there are things that got to get tighter and better. But man, overall, they're doing what they need to do to come back after this rough start. I'm really proud of them. That defense has made a big turnaround, and it's just, it's good to see, man. You have 2 more.
Yeah.
You got 2 more to win, and you're in the playoff in back-to-back years. It's gonna help recruiting. It's gonna help anything if you can pull this
Everything.
off.
Everything.
Adam, anything else, brother? Thanks for waiting.
Yeah, buddy. I'd say this. 2 things. Defensively, I'm pretty ecstatic to see what they were doing. And of course, ESPN's going to hype up the other kid because of the fact that guess where game day was? There. So they need to hype it up. Of course, Desmond and somebody else is going to pick Pitt because they're all hyped up and they're just looking at the crowd and they're like, yeah, let's go with the crowd. It doesn't mean anything. The only thing that matters is the mindset of the players and the coaches. Get it together. Do what you need to do. I love the fact that I'm hearing it across the board, whether it's from Jesse Palmer, these other ESPN guys. I'm even hearing it from other podcasts, even in the Deep South, where they're talking about Love and him needing to be a Heisman finalist. I mean, we obviously all agree to that. And the last thing I would say is, as far as Denbrock goes, remember this: Denbrock is dealing with a first-time quarterback. He's not dealing with a third or fourth year Joe Burrow like he did at LSU. He's dealing with our wide receivers, which are great and they're doing well, but they're not whoever it was, Jamar Chase and all these other guys back in the day for LSU. So it's a totally different, type of system, and he is doing it the best job that he can to try to mold the offense the way he can to be successful and effective. So we got to get it together on these last 2 weeks, and then use the time off that we have in between that and the playoff game to really hone it in and get it down. But hey, enjoy this because it's fantastic, man. It's a great day to be Irish, and this is a great day to just enjoy what it is that we have and watch and love and all this other stuff happen.
Yeah, it's man, it was just a really, really, really good day to be a Notre Dame fan. Have a good one, Adam. You and the family, take care, buddy. A couple more chats right back. Andrew will get you. Yeah, we'll get Andrew in and out so he could go. I think Andrew's out on the town. Look at this. $10 holler from Andrew. Fun win in DC at a bar with a ton of Pitt fans, and they're very quiet. For all the Narduzzi and dodgy talk, we whipped them and gave them our best. Mango's $2 holler. Put me in, coach. He's got the stats to share. He's going to make you feel good about Notre Dame. $5 holler, Ryan Elliott. Thank you very much. Ryan, I tell you this every time you donate, you can say something too. Andrew, what's going on? Welcome, brother.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I got you loud and clear.
Nice. Sorry, I'll admit I've had a few cold ones today, so hopefully
Good
I don't
for you,
sound
man.
too bad.
Good for you. That's what a Saturday in the fall's for, damn it.
Nice. Well, I didn't catch the earlier part of the show, but I would agree that on the ACC schedule that it's possible that it's not as great as it used to be, but I don't think you can possibly say that Pitt didn't give us their best shot. I was a little bit worried about that Narduzzi would try to lay down saying that we've got the two big games, but I don't think there's any indication that they didn't give us their best shot and we whipped them. So I think that we
Notre
should,
Dame beat them. Notre Dame physically beat them up, especially defensively.
absolutely. And so I'll start with the positives. So I'm from San Diego, and so I went to high school in the early 2000s in San Diego, and so it used to sort of bother me a little bit when people would try to say that Jeremiah Love was the next Reggie Bush. But what I will say, and I don't think he's quite Reggie Bush, that spin move, did that not elicit some Reggie Bush type vibes? Like
Yeah,
when he
man, he's
spun
just
on him? Yeah.
special. He's special. And Andrew, that's the other reason that you had to make this playoff, because you're going to lose these backs, and it's so rare. You got to give them a shot for all the glory in the playoff and just see how it goes.
I think that's absolutely right. That's why it's and I don't want to drudge this back up again, but because you guys weren't talking about rebuilding, you're talking about retooling, but you're not really rebuilding when you have this kind of backfield. This is, you got to try to go all out with it, and there's just no doubt. The one thing I will say about this game that, because I was thinking about it while I was on hold, that I think that is important, because I mean, do you agree? I get that Oklahoma is giving Alabama a big game, and who knows how it's going to all shake out. But I feel pretty strongly that Notre Dame is the playoff team. But I do feel that despite the big win, there is a playbook on Carr and on Notre Dame. And it's not even Carr really. It's on Notre Dame on how to play them. And I think that it's jumping routes, and I don't think that you can beat me deep. I think that would be the only negative that would come from this game, is that you saw that the DBs were playing. We're super in. We're not going to let Faison have that little curl route for 10 yards anymore, and we're going to jump routes. And then I do wonder a little bit about why did Denbrock go back to the screenplay? Because it just, I mean, hasn't worked at all this year, like the quick screens to wide receivers. So
I know.
I just hope that he has that out of his system. But other than that, it's just a really, I'm nitpicking. It was a solid win. If you look at Carr's stats, really solid. Jeremiah Love is top notch. And then I think like honestly, I would love to hear Goolsby and Hyde and your analysts like talk about like the game film, but it's really nice to see that that guy Burnham, the defensive tackle, who just like
Coming
really
alive.
hasn't. He hadn't done anything his entire NFL or his entire ND career, and the dude has really been awesome the last 3 games. So it's just nice. I think things are coming together in a big way, but I think that's what I'm going to look for going forward. I think teams are going to say, "Hey, listen, we're going to play press coverage. We're going to dare you to beat us deep because maybe we can force turnovers." And I think that it's just instructive for Notre Dame fans. Like Carr's the man. He's awesome, and I think our wide receivers are better than they've been the last 5 years. But I think good teams are going to say, "Look what Pitt did. We forced a couple turnovers, one for a TD. We are going to just play press man from here on out." So I think that's instructive for Notre Dame fans.
Yep. It's there's definitely a lot to think about, a lot to improve on. But the light at that 10-2 tunnel, which is the first big thing here, is you made a big step in that direction. So play 2 more good games. You'll be back in the tournament. Maybe you could get healthier and figure some of this stuff out. Andrew, where are you at, man? You in DC? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm on
What are
DC.
you lobbying for the government? What the hell are you doing?
Well, I was telling Mark with glasses earlier that I feel bad because I usually cart my kid around for sports every weekend, but I went on business early a day so I could just have my own day to watch Notre Dame because I know you play golf and stuff, John, but like I'm just too busy to play golf. So like my only hobby is Notre Dame. So I'm gonna have one day to myself, and then I'm gonna meet my brother for a nice steak. So it's gonna be nice.
Oh, that's fantastic. Hey, I really appreciate you stepping out to take a minute and join us, man, while you're out. Thanks a lot, Andrew.
Thanks for the time, John. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for always being around. And dude, I don't even play that much golf anymore. Ask Pat. I owe that guy a bunch of rounds of golf. I need to get a whole new set, reset my mindset, break every club I have, totally start over, get fitted, get a whole new set, and get in the real world of golf again, and then record it for content. I bet, oh man, somebody's in here that it's probably a troll account or there's something really weird going on. Mangoes, give me some stats. Then we're going to go to a coach that is on hold. Mangoes, give me the stats.
Hey, first off, congratulations, Irish. So, in my opinion, you guys are going to the playoffs. I wouldn't worry anything else. Your schedule's looking solid. You guys strength the schedule on your side. You guys are going to the playoffs. Congratulations. I'll pop that champagne and drink it all weekend because you guys are going to the playoffs. Be happy about that, you guys. Congratulations. So, in terms of stats, CJ Carr, 21 out of 32 pass attempts, that's 66% with 212 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. 2 interceptions, nah. But listen to this, you guys. Mason Heinschel, the quarterback for Pitt, only threw 33 attempts for 16 completions, that being 48%. And then you got Jay Love. Jay Love, he runs up on 23 carry attempts with 147 yards with 1 touchdown. And even and here's the craziest part too, with your receiving, your second receiver, Ellie Reardon, only had 6 completions for 67 yards, while Pitt's best receiver in the game was 6 completions with 65 yards. Incredible. Your defense are playing lights out. And we're going to pass on Notre Dame. You guys racked up on 212 yards against Pitt's pass yards, 149 yards. Congratulations. Rushing yards, 175 to 70 yards of rushing on Pitt. Total, Notre Dame was able to have 387 total yards on offense, with Pitt only 219. Possession, 35 minutes for Notre Dame, 17 seconds, with Pitt only 24-43. You guys are averaging 1.6 turnovers per game, with CJ Carr actually that's the biggest question. Freshman quarterback, is he regressing? I think he's plateauing at the moment, trying to get to the next level. But at the moment, you guys are looking like a mature football team. Your defense has stepped up. Your defense is doing the work. You guys are able to create turnovers. And then the craziest sequence, my favorite part of the whole game, is when Jay Carr threw the interception for a pick six. And then you guys on defense go in there and get yourself your own interceptions for 2 points for return of 102 yards. Completely amazing. Yeah, I was like, what in the hell is going on here? That is rare. That never happens in football. So CJ Carr did well. You guys are beating the spread every single week, which is eye appeal. That's going to look well for you in the playoff committee.
That's
Where you guys going.
That's a good point.
And your team has matured. Your defense is there. Your offense is there. Jay Love is one hell of a running back. That guy was showing heart and skill and power. That spin moves were crazy. And the first-time caller, I just want to shout out to him real quick. The guy was wearing the green jersey. Jay Love did not put stats more than the whole Pitt offensive line, but he did double the output of the Pitt's offensive rushing output. You guys are looking really solid. I have no doubt that you guys are going to go into the playoffs.
Man, when you put it that way, you make me feel pretty damn good. Yeah, it was a good day in Irish land, man. No, I mean, there are complaints, but all of those are secondary to getting this big win and looking good doing it. And that committee always talks about like the dominance factor and how they feel like how you control a game. That's going to favor this Notre Dame performance because they're going to see Notre Dame dominated the game pretty much the whole time.
Yeah, the only thing I got negative thing to say about it is that your kicker sucks. I'm sorry, bro.
Well, it isn't just our kicker.
Trash.
It's our kickers. I think we got 3 of them that have all been struggling. It isn't just one. It's 3. The top line guy's supposed to be injured all year, and we'll maybe you'll give him some grace. But even the 2 behind him have been struggling, man. You got to figure it out before the playoff.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The whole point for Notre Dame at this from here on now is getting to the playoff. And then after that, here's one good thing about Notre Dame. You guys are not in a conference. Therefore, you guys are not subjected to the conference championship week. It's going to be utter chaos for that. You know, the championship playoff week, the championship game week is going to be determining who's going to be the Heisman winner. But I digress. But in my opinion, you guys are a mature football team. I'll be very, very happy if I'm a Notre Dame fan, knowing that at the beginning of the season, there was a lot of doubt surrounding the program with new coordinators. And don't forget, the offseason, you guys were behind on it, getting a GM and your defensive coordinator. Then you guys then you get Ash, and now everything is coming together. I have no doubt that this team is going not only be in the playoffs, but only show that they deserve to be in the playoffs. If I'm Notre Dame fan, I'm very happy. I'll be very proud. Point out those weaknesses so the coach can fix it. And that's all I got to say, John. You got a question for me, or that's what we got going on right now?
I think you pretty much covered it. I really appreciate you being around here and being on the Patreon, even though Notre Dame's not your number 1 team, man. That means a lot to me. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Go Irish. Congratulations. I'll be very proud of this football team. Enjoy this while you got. Enjoy the good feeling. Absorb it like a dry sponge. You guys deserve it. I'm happy for you guys. John Kennedy, thanks a lot. Shout out to Tom Frawley and Dr. John. You guys are great. Thank you so much and have a great weekend. And I'll see you guys in the playoffs.
Have a good one. We'll see you. It's just, it's funny, man. Yeah, the playoffs. I mean, it's actually fair now. If you want to talk about them, you can.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me?
I'm not kidding you. You could actually talk about it now. But keep in mind, Louis, I see you there, 559 on the line, and a special coach edition is coming up here. But just remember what the media sold you all week. All week, the media built up the Pitt offense and the Pitt quarterback. Every commercial, I'm at the gym. They're doing segments on Friday highlighting that quarterback. The whole thing they built up.
Don't let the media tell you how to think and feel.
Don't let the media tell you how to think and feel. 559, and the coach is coming up after that. What's up, 559 on the line? Uh-oh, is he frozen in time? Lewis, what happened? What
I
happened?
can't understand you.
I can't understand.
I can't understand you.
All right, Lewis, I'm taking you off. I'll bring you back on. You're frozen. Coach Pat Narduzzi joins the show. What's up, Coach?
Hey, is this John Kennedy of Always Irish?
It is. Thanks for dialing us up, Coach.
Well, I just got handed the phone by my staffer. A loss today. And I'm on to preparing for Georgia Tech, so I don't really have a lot of time. But I just want to let, for the record, know that I raised the white flag at the start of the week. This doesn't count. I'll eventually get my win against Notre Dame. I was never able to beat that Brian Kelly guy, but I'll get you sooner or later.
Hey, it seemed like Marcus Freeman wasn't a big fan of you at the end of the game. Is that accurate? I mean, what was that embrace like? Seemed chilly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's the deal? I was just going to invite the guy over to the house to have some of the finest Pittsburgh spaghetti with my other paisans. I don't know what his problem is, but no, I'm going to remember this, and I'm going to see you guys in the Peach Bowl or some other time in the playoffs. Mark my words.
This. Dude, I got to tell you, I don't know who's doing this parody, but I just want to say, I have a pretty good feel for these coaches and personalities. Pat Narduzzi is a weird one to figure out, bro. Like, I honestly can never really figure out whether Narduzzi's like supremely tied to reality or is in his own existence. Like, he's a weird dude to gauge. I mean, you are a weird guy to gauge.
Well, I'm really fascinated. You have one coach, and his name is Chris Ash, and I'm really interested in that man. And maybe after the season we could talk a trade. I can trade one of my kickers for Chris Ash.
That actually seems we are in the market for a kicker, and you guys had a good kicker and he was injured or sick or whatever and couldn't even play. So do you not mind losing to Notre Dame because all that matters is winning your remaining two? So you're fine with this. This loss doesn't bother you at all, right?
Yeah, that's a plan. That's Pittsburgh Panther football. We don't have these first time college game day. Did you see the Rivers today in that crowd? I didn't even know we had that many fans.
Yeah, it was whatever, man. They had their little you had your hope for a while and then reality kicked in. Can I ask you why the ACC is not good at football anymore?
We're a basketball conference.
Yeah, at least you admit it. At least you admit it. What do you think of your young quarterback's play today? The offense had trouble getting going. You going to give Notre Dame's defense some credit or what?
Oh, Johnny, you see that slant I whizzed up at the end?
Yeah. Good job.
I mean,
right?
I don't know what I'm going to do now. I mean, I got to talk to doctors about a running back. So I don't know. We might be screwed against Georgia Tech, but we'll find a way. We'll be in Charlotte for the ACC title game.
Hey, man, I really appreciate you joining me, Coach. I hope you have a good rest of the year. Okay.
Yeah, I just got one word to say. No, I got to take a little Narduzzi deuce.
Yeah. Take care, Coach. Thanks for joining. It's the Nard Dog, man. It's the Nard Dog. He joins us live. 559 on the line. What's up, baby?
What's up, John? Sorry about that, man.
You looking bougie, baby.
Man, bro, I just got back a little while ago after the game. I had to go see it with a couple of my coworkers. They graduated from Pitt, so it was a good environment. Really pleased on. I'm just really proud of our defense. Our defense have come a long way, and I told you a while back I was the first one to start calling Chris Ash by his name. I totally apologize for that, Mr. Ash. Like, you are putting quarterbacks and you're ashing them up. And we're using them for Sunday services now. But there's a moment that we got to take back because, there's things that there's questions that we have in this football team. And I think there's a time and a place where the coaching staff really going to have a come to Jesus moment with this issue and either write it out they're going to have to write it out. And that's the short yard and it's the kicking game.
Yep.
But I wouldn't worry about that too much at this moment right now because these next two games, they should be handed, but you also you also got to really dedicate it in next week. Let's go out there with a great win, honor those seniors, honor these players that have given Notre Dame so much to be proud of, And it's not how you start the season, it's how you finish it. And we still got to finish strong. And this is what I really wanted for Notre Dame. And I said it before. Don't let Notre Dame get in this ball game. Don't let Notre Dame have these type of runs, because you're really going to see what recruiting is going to take off. And then you're really going to see the type of talent that we're going to start attracting. The receiving is amazing. It's what reminds me of Stovall, Jeff Samardzija, Raymond McKnight, Myers, Tony Jones, Will Fuller.
Malachi Fields, what a terrific portal pickup. It is transformed the way you think of Notre Dame's entire receiving core and passing game. What a terrific pickup. Will Pauling, too. But having Love and all the physical things he could do, and then Fields, what a good job in the portal, man. Grabbing Fields. Good job. Whatever you paid him, worth every damn penny.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what attracts people to Notre Dame, is this type of talent. And I still think that we're still ascending in that area. I think Marcus Freeman is man, he's just been a blessing. And then us as fans, we get caught up on what everybody else says. I've always said, man, don't worry about it, bros. We don't, when they talk about we need to join a conference, what the hell are you talking about, bruh? We are the conference.
Yeah.
So until you figure that out, then miss me with that. Run it the way we're running it. You know what I'm saying? Run it with us now. Try to do what we do, and then we could talk about all the BS that goes on behind that. But for right now, we should enjoy the type of talent that we have, because I think Jeremiah Love is going to be a day one pick, hands down. It's going to elevate even that much higher. And then you're really going to have all these haters around across the country. And all of a sudden, your Stephen A. Smith is going to jump on this bandwagon, and your fine bomb and your fine farts are going to start calling up and how great Notre Dame. Nah, miss me with that, my boy. You talk your shit and I'll shoot the shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I see that. I mean, other than that, my boy, we are Notre Dame. We stand on business. We've been standing on business, But most importantly, though, man, is just I do have a concern, because I feel like once we get into the playoffs, that's something that's going to come back, and it's our offensive tackles. Knapp, there's times where I see this kid, Billy don't pick up a block when he needs to. He misses it, or he misses his assignments. I really feel that kid should just be playing guard. And I don't know if that's ever going to change. At this point, I just either you ride or die with what you got. You know what I mean? But for the most part, it just feels really good to see Notre Dame being what Notre Dame is growing up, and being able to share it with friends and family members, especially with my son. We take granted for that. We have 2 more weeks of guaranteed football, 2 more weeks, and we should enjoy them. Miss me with all the other BS that goes in there. Man, you know what? No, enjoy them, because all we can guarantee is 12 weeks of football, and college football is coming to an end. It just breaks my heart to see it. It went by so fast already.
Fast. Do you remember all summer when we were going the dog days of summer? When's the season going to come? And then it starts, and you blink, and you're already almost to Thanksgiving in November. Like, it goes, you live in the week-to-week drama of that week's narrative. Do you get it? Every week feels like its own drama narrative, depending on the matchup and the media and what it is. And now we're almost at the end, man. It goes by so quick.
It really does, and then and it's like, this way sometimes it's what your show does is like, it lets us, it's the best therapy. I think I told you that the other day that I called you.
Yeah.
Your show's a therapy session, man. Like, it's just, I'm not upset. I'm like, do I have concerns? Yes, I do. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't. Yes, I do. But right now, guys, we only got 2 more weeks. I believe in this coaching staff that they will figure it out.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to have a couple of weeks to rest as well. Hopefully our kicker goes to church and gets a holy mass water jug or whatever, and just gets blessed and gets better. And other than that, I mean, I get to do I get to go to my family trip on Thanksgiving weekend, and I hope that tradition doesn't stop. I'm starting to see that USC is backing out and trying to give us an ultimatum on what that's going to be. And I said what I said on Twitter, and I stand on business on that, and I called them out what I called them out on. But either way it goes, enjoy the last 2 weeks, guys. We were looking good. We're looking good. CJ is gonna be next year. He gone, bro. No, so enjoy him.
Hey, the other thing with the worries about him with the interceptions is like I forget who said it, but you do have to be open to the idea of like it is still just his first year and maybe he just made a couple bad decisions and it's not a harbinger of things to come or that he's unraveling. Like, why can't it just be that the young guy made a couple dumb decisions today and we move on and he won't do it next week probably, right? Like, I'm not going to overthink it.
Yeah, or he's just that confident that he's like, because look at it. He makes a bad decision. What does he do? Right the next time he has the position, comes back. Why? Because he believes in himself. And who gives him that confidence? Our coaching staff. You know what I mean? This kid has a moxie on him. He has some stones. He has these, I can't say what I want to say, but you get my drift. You know what I mean? He has that. You know what I mean? And that's what a Notre Dame player should do. It was when you make a mistake, is how you going to come back and show, you know what? That's in the past. I learned from that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's like you said, he's still a first-year player. He still has room to grow. He still has room to improve on. But this kid is showing you, we're cooking. We're cooking, bro. We got this base and we got the ingredients, and Marcus Freeman has it all together now. We got to make sure that he stays at South Bend, though. We got to make sure we open up the Vatican checkbook and be like, "What you need, coach?" Because
give him what he needs.
Yeah, give him what he needs.
Everybody that has an open job wants him for a reason. Notre Dame's got to do what they got to do to keep him happy, and whatever he needs within the guidelines of Notre Dame, you're going to do. And Marcus wouldn't want to cross that anyways, but you need to do what it takes to keep him happy or get this over the hump. 559. This was a big step in the right direction. The last big, huge, tough game before hopefully you could ride into the playoff. It's an exhale. It's a relief. I'm proud of the guys. They proved this program's at a certain level. I'm proud of them, man.
Yeah, absolutely, sir. And you know what? Thank you for everything, John. And you know what? We still got a couple more weeks with you and your show. Thank you. God bless you. Let's go, Irish. Onwards to Syracuse. Let's send our seniors with honor.
Let's go. Have a good one, buddy. Looks like what? Alabama just missed a 36-yard field goal. What's going on? What do they have? Our kicker? What do they have? Our kicker or what? Son of a buck on the bad kicking. It's an epidemic. It's a cancer. What is wrong with what's these kickers, man? I swear to God, before the game, the kickers all eat this.
Drugs and alcohol.
Seriously, give me a break with the bad kicking. Unbelievable. All right, guys, I got to get going. That's going to be it. We do have another batch of people on hold. Everyone on hold has been on in the last few days. I at least feel good about that. Hour and a half. I got deadlines for my articles, but everybody that didn't get on has been on within the last week. I feel a little better about that just because I got some new people in and was able to, and that's the fairest way I know how to do it. So at least the people who didn't get in right now been on in the last few days. But you guys are fantastic. Really good win by Notre Dame. I thank you for the support, being on Patreon, being here, donating, all of the comments, everything, man. I love this community. I love you guys. Thanks for letting me do this. Let's enjoy the rest of the football. Great day for Notre Dame.